Hi, my name is Abby Setliff, and tonight I will be showing you my efolio. I will mainly be focusing on my classroom projects from 588, but I will also show you my efolio as a whole. On the index page, which is this page, you can watch an introduction video and also just read a little bit about me. If you go to the resume page, you can click the link to view a PDF version of my resume. If you go to the philosophy statement page, if you select a philosophy statement, for example, the technology statement, it will take you to the actual technology philosophy statement in a different tab. If you go to the artifacts, these are just the artifacts for the college. Go to the classroom projects page, you can see all my classroom projects from multiple courses, but I'm mainly going to scroll to the bottom and focus on 588, which is Instructional Technology Management and Evaluation. So the first paper that we have here is a grant proposal paper. If you select it, it will go to a new tab. And this was a grant request that was filled out through NCTM to try to get more iPads for the classroom. The idea of getting more iPads from the classroom actually came from a needs survey which was distributed to my whole school district. This grant request was called Increasing Engagement in Student Learning, and it was hopes of receiving 7 iPads to be utilized in a school classroom to help the kids with the student learning, because in our district itself there's not a whole lot of technology in the actual school. If we go back to the classroom projects page, the next paper that you will see is the normalization paper. And this is a paper that talks about my actual access database that was used, which was called iPad management. And this normalization paper discusses the database as a whole. And the idea behind the database was helping the school district with an organized and efficient way to sign out the iPads, and also to get the most quality and useful applications for students on the iPads. It tended to be a problem with what applications were suitable for what students and what grade level. So the idea behind this was to help with that problem. And as it states here, there would be 4 tables in my database: contact, equipment, application, professional development, and each table would have different components. Okay, so now if we actually go to the database, if you click on this, it will download an Access database. And this was the database I just discussed that will help with the iPad management. If you go here on the side, you do see the 4 tables. If you select Application Table, it will show you the applications themselves, the cost, and the suitable grade level. If you click the Contact, it's just the contact information for the teacher. Equipment tells you what type of material or iPad technology they have, the check-in and check-out date. And professional development talks about the actual applications, because a lot of the teachers in the building have never used the applications, so it would be very beneficial if they could learn from each other after using the application themselves. Okay, so if we go back to the projects page, the next project is the technology plan. This is a technology plan that was created for the Herkimer Central School District. And this has a vision, a plan, goals, and needs, and many other things, as you can see. But by doing the needs survey, I was able to actually see what the real needs were at the Herkimer Central School District. And like I said before, this is where the idea for the iPads came from. So this technology plan is just a mock plan created for the Herkimer Central School District. And finally, the last thing is the online resource management project. Now this will actually take you to an external link, and this was a store that I created by using PHPMyAdmin and a web hosting site. So if you select a category, for example, books, there'll be 3 different choices. If you click on the book, you'll see an image, a price, as well. If we go here, you'll see the same thing, and you can do this with any of them, hats and shirts, and this was actually very interesting to learn about and to create. So those are all the projects I have for 588. I hope you enjoyed my efolio.